It's Ask Ritu. Thanks so much for sending in all of your questions across social media. I love hearing from you, so keep your questions coming. The question that I want to answer today goes like this. I'm having a tough time in my life right now, given all the stress and uncertainty I'm feeling. I'm noticing that in my head, I keep saying mean things about myself. It's been really eye-opening. What do you recommend that I do? The gremlin. This is what I call the voice in our head that constantly is running, saying negative things to ourselves about ourselves. You know, the voice that says mean things like, I suck, or you suck, or you're not good enough, or don't speak, or you're a loser, and so much more. And here's the interesting thing about the gremlin or the voice. All of us have it. It's just a matter of can you hear it or not. Now, I can tell you that based on all of the work that I do in the inclusion space, leadership space, empowerment space, mindfulness space, and more, there are a few things that you can do after today to really help yourself interrupt the gremlin. The first thing that you need to do is to hear the actual voice. Because if you can't hear the voice in the head, you're not going to know what you're saying to yourself unconsciously, let alone consciously, around who you are, what you're about, what your worth is, and more. But to slow down the voice, to slow down and hear the voice in your head, you need to slow down the noise. The number one way to do that is to become mindful and become present and aware of what you're thinking and sensing through the body. Lots of strategies exist out there for being more mindful. I have a lot of suggestions on this. You can check them out at ritubhasin.com. Step 1, hear the voice. The next thing that you need to do, step 2, is ask yourself, why this message? And what is the adverse impact that this message is having on me? This is a critical step because we know around behavioral science that when we understand where things come from for ourselves, but more importantly, the adverse impact that they're having on us, we're more likely to change our behavior. In other words, if you know why you're saying this and know that it's a lie, and more importantly, how it's harming you, you're less likely to do it going forward. Step number 3, figuring out what are the positive truths that you can tell yourself as opposed to festering in the negative messaging. In other words, sit down and actually land on what is actually true about you. What's the truth about how amazing you are and how gifted you are and how talented you are and more. And then repeatedly tell yourself these positive truths back. Now, mantras and affirmations help. And in fact, I have an empowerment page at ritubhasin.com that you can check out, which will help you land on what your mantras and affirmations are. But these positive truths are far more powerful in helping you to rewire the brain and be in a place where you're able to interrupt the gremlin and the negative narrative. I can tell you for me in my life, I've used them repeatedly. They come through every single time. And so I strongly encourage you to give it a try. And as always, I'd love to hear from you. So feel free to comment below, reach out across social media, check out ritubhasin.com, sign up for my mailing list while you're there. And as always, thanks for watching.